What is up, everybody? This is Podcast Gameoverse, episode 047. 047, right? You know what? I'm looking at the wrong notes here. But it is Saturday, October 24. I am the Rhymenoceros, joined by, as always, the Hip Hopopotamus.
Yo, what up? That is me. Motherfucking Rhymenoceros, hip hopopotamus. That's Flight
Yeah,
of the Concords, right? Is that what that is?
I think, yeah.
I haven't seen that show in a minute. Last time I saw that show, I was probably like 13. I
Damn.
didn't quite appreciate it as much as I could have.
Yeah, that's one to go back to. Dude, I watched that Borat movie, the new one.
Oh my God, I've been trying to watch it forever. My wife is like adamantly against it. She does not want to watch it.
Well, she's not a Borat fan.
No, she's not.
Oh, well,
Also, she doesn't really like Sacha Baron Cohen because like he bums her out. But I'm like, that's the point. Like,
yeah.
she's like, I know but her argument is like, I know how shitty everything is. I don't need him to show it to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
which I get, but I want to watch it. I heard it's really good. I'm
it's
probably gonna watch it.
it's
She's
okay.
not here right now. I'm gonna watch it after the show.
It's okay. Not as good. Of course, it's not as good as the first one, but it's got some good moments.
Oh yeah, I need to check it out. I heard it's more like his other show, This Is America. No, what is it? Is that what
That's
the
it.
name of the show is?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what it was called? I thought that was the Childish Gambino song.
Oh, I think it's We Are America or some shit like that.
God damn it. Am I Googling this now? I am Googling this now. 1 second. Sacha Baron Cohen.
It's
Who is
pretty good though.
America? Who
Oh,
is
okay.
America?
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
heard
good.
it's good. I heard it's good. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna watch after the show. My wife's not gonna be here, so she can't like yell at me.
Um, yeah, IGN reviewed it, gave it a 9 out of 10, and I was like, "There's no way." And I was right. There is no way, but it's not. It's not bad though.
So it's not 9 out of 10, but it's not bad either.
No, well, when I saw that, that was when I went to watch it. I was like, okay, 9 out of 10. You got to be kidding. And yeah, I don't know what they watched, but definitely nowhere close to that. I would love to see what other movies that guy has reviewed and compare and contrast, but he's lost all credibility to me. Um, yeah, but I also played some video games.
I heard. Did you play the new Ghost of Tsushima update?
I did do that. I did do that. You know what? Uh,
Yeah.
it's it's okay.
It's okay, really. That's not what I've been hearing.
You know, I don't like being a contrarian or like what's the word, like I don't like disagreeing with what the norm says, right?
Yeah, contrarian. It's
Uh,
contrarian.
but I don't know what they see here, man. Okay, no, it's not bad. Let's just get that out the way. Not bad at all. Not even close
Hmm.
to bad. It's actually quite good. I mean, especially for it's a free update, totally free. You do still have to download it from the PlayStation Store, which is weird. I thought it would just patch in and just be good to go. Um, but it's totally free. And but man, it's like there's a couple different modes. I tried two of them, and I think there might be three modes, but I tried two. One of them is like a story mode, which I mean they call it a story mode, but it's basically it just puts you in scenarios and a guy narrates what like a story would be in that scenario, but the scenario does not like it does not match at all what he's saying. It's just like it'll put you in a scenario and this you just run into a thing and then the guy will say something like the shadows are weak or strong with it here and the wife widowed recently and or some shit like that. I'm just making shit up. It's hard to like just make one up off the spot, but it's like that. Like he'll narrate shit that's supposed to be happening, but as you play, it's like not like what? Like it's not really. I don't see the connection here.
So you're just killing random people while a dude tells you a totally different story.
Not that it's totally different, but like it fits what's happening, but it doesn't. You're not getting the story. Like it's hard to explain, man. It's hard to explain. I only did one. I didn't play this for very long, so maybe it gets like better. But I swear, none of the story this guy was saying made any sense with the shit that I was doing.
It
Basically,
sounds like a really bad D&D game, is what it sounds like.
yeah. It felt like we were LARPing, and this guy was trying to like narrate a story in some way, try to connect it to what was happening, but it was not. I didn't feel it. Not to say that it's bad, but they tried something there, and I felt like it didn't work. Now, again, I only did one of them. I didn't have a lot of time to play it, so maybe it gets better. But
Yeah.
that was the story mode, and then there's another mode. It's like a horde mode, which is playing in the video now. And this just felt like a clusterfuck, man. It just felt so like, again, not bad. Not it didn't feel bad at all. It just felt like a mess though. Like it just felt like because there's 4 players and each player can choose a class, and it locks you into that class, which I didn't know. I thought you can just change your class whenever you want, but once you choose a class, it locks you in for like until you get like to level 10 or something, and then you unlock the ability to pick a new class. And there's 4 classes. There's the stealth class. There's the samurai class. There's the bow class, and then there's the like the Ronin class. But they can all do the thing. So you all can get a bow despite not picking an archer. You all can do stealth kills despite not picking the stealth guy. It's just you all have certain abilities, like certain powerful abilities. So the Ronin, which is the one that I picked, he has the ability to heal people, and he has like a wolf spirit or like a spirit animal that you can like summon, and it really I didn't feel like it was that useful, to be honest. The spirit really just acted like a distraction for enemies. But like I fucked up picking the Ronin. Don't pick the Ronin. How about that? I tell people don't pick the Ronin. Because everyone else's abilities seem much more useful. Like the Ronin's ability, his super is that he can revive people. But that like it never like no one really died often enough to use it. So don't pick the Ronin.
Don't pick the Ronin. There you go. You take everything away from this. Don't pick the Ronin.
But I so it's like this mode that you're seeing now is like a horde mode, and it gives you certain objectives you have to defend, and then it just throws enemies at it. And this just felt like a clusterfuck, man. It just felt like super messy. Because there's 4 now, you've got 4 samurais just like slashing at shit, and it just felt like a mess. It just felt like shit was just all over the place.
It looks like a mess.
All the enemies were like spongy, like they had like tons of health. So like it was difficult to just pick a guy and just attack him. You don't have the stances in this mode either. There are no stances. So, well, maybe there are stances, but maybe you unlock them. It's hard to know exactly how stuff worked in this. I think you unlock it does the Destiny thing where it has like a power level. Like Destiny has a light level. I forget what they call it in this. I think it's like a key level. Like in Dragon Ball Z, you get key. And yeah, so it was like Destiny where all your gear has a key level, and that contributes to your overall attack and damage level or attack and defense levels. And yeah, so I was confused because in the base game, you know, when there's a heavy guy, you switch to your heavy stance. When there's a shield guy, you switch to your shield stance, but you don't have that here. So I was super confused on how to effectively take out guys when there's like 20 of them, and my team was like defending another spot, and I'm like, okay, I'll be here defending this spot. There's 50 guys over here, and I don't have the tools
Yeah.
necessary to take care of them. Yeah, it just felt super messy. Um, so again, not bad. It's actually quite good for a free update, but I don't see the people are in love with this thing. I'm just not. I'm
You're not seeing it. You're not feeling
yeah
it. I hear you. My cousin was like hitting me up, and he was all excited when it dropped. He was like, "Yo, man, did you get Tsushima? That multiplayer update just dropped. You should play with me." And I'm like, "Is it really that good?" I've been hearing the same thing. A lot of conflicting reviews. A lot of people are saying it's fantastic. Other people have been saying it's okay. I haven't heard anyone call it bad yet. Everyone just says like, well, maybe because it was like free, no one had to pay for it.
yeah.
I've never heard anyone call it bad yet. Just okay or great.
Not bad. And then like it does the thing again. I talked about this last week, but like the mics are open mics all over the place. My first when I did the story mode, it only matched me with one other player, and his mic was open. So I heard him like yelling at his mom, like, "No, I can't pause it. It's the new update. No, I can't pause it. It's Ghost of Tsushima. Remember? But they added the new update, so I can't pause it right now." And then like he left and then just stood there and I was like waiting for him. Like, dude, we're like in the middle of a fucking thing. This guy's narrating a story that is definitely not happening now because you're just idle. Um like
Jesus Christ.
so I don't know. Put fucking like open mics, dude. Never default to open mics. It is the worst fucking experience ever. Uh
You can't mute these people?
You can mute them. Well, I think I didn't try. I felt it amusing. It was amusing just hearing them and just fucking listening to this fucking stupid shit. So, uh,
I gotta ask, how old did this like dude sound?
oh, he was in like his like teens, clearly.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
yeah,
That's hilarious. That's really funny. I'll check it out. Like, I've been meaning to pick up Ghost of Tsushima for a fucking minute, so I'll pick it up eventually. And when I do, I'll play the multiplayer. But
yeah,
it sounds like it's pretty much what I expected. Like, it's not worth buying it for the multiplayer right now.
definitely not. Well, I mean, it's a good game on its own, and the
Yeah.
multiplayer is a good bonus. So, I mean, if you're buying it just for the multiplayer, don't. But if you're buying it for the whole, yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it's one of the best games of the year. That's that's a definite. So, but yeah, the multiplayer is kind of a I don't know. It's okay, but it's kind of a miss for me. I would play more of this. I'm gonna play much more of this and kind of refine my thoughts on it. So
Yeah.
I will come back next week and give you a real review.
Cool.
But
Can't wait.
then I
Anything
also
else you've been playing?
I played quite a bit this week. So
Yeah.
where should I
Let's
go
hear it, man.
next? Give me a number, one, two, or three.
Say three.
Okay, I played that Stadia. I got Stadia.
Oh, yes. Yes, you did tell me about that. How was that fucking nightmare?
Actually, um,
Actually, he's got it actually.
so okay, so here's the thing. So the whole reason I got Stadia was to
Mhm,
well, I didn't really get it. They give you a free month trial,
mhm.
and they put a Immortals Phoenix Rising demo on there. So I thought perfect opportunity to try this game out and try Stadia out.
Mhm.
And yeah, it works quite well. It works quite well. Um Actually, okay, let me start with Immortals Phoenix Rising and then I'll tell you the rest of the stuff. Immortals Phoenix Rising. Okay game, not offensive at all. Bog standard shit. I mean, it doesn't do anything new, doesn't do anything fresh. It is just a Breath of the Wild ass clone. It's a little Breath of the Wild mixed with a little Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like it has that kind of that gear, that equipment system from Assassin's Creed.
Mhm.
Um, and you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. The game's pretty good. I'll hoping I'll check it out when it comes out, and uh, it's more combo focused than Breath of the Wild. Like you can launch an enemy into an air and then air juggle them. You get light attacks and heavy attacks. You get a bow. let's see, but it does everything else you expect from Breath of the Wild. So the stamina stuff. The story is like over the top, trying to be funny, like Borderlands esque type shit. Like it revolves around Zeus and Prometheus narrating the story, and like Prometheus tries to do it, like realistically, like our hero runs into a cyclops, and then Zeus goes like, boring. How about a giant flock of chickens, and then you fight a bunch of chickens, and like, um, and then it narrates what your character does, and then your character like breaks the fourth wall and goes like, wait, really? And like, yeah, it's like it's that kind of like story. Um, it's I don't know. I think it tries way too hard to be funny. I would just rather there not be a story and just let me just explore this world. But it's not bad at all. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Again,
How's the Stadia part of it? Like
okay.
that's another thing
So
I want to know. So here we
here's you
go.
want to know how good Stadia is? I
Yes.
played. Let's see if I can find it here in this. I played. They have Player Unknown's Battlegrounds on there.
All right.
I loaded up and I was like, I'm gonna play one match, regardless if I win or lose. If I die immediately, so be it. I'm gonna play one match and see how it goes. I ended up getting the winner chicken dinner.
Oh shit! Good for you.
So if you want to know how good Stadia is, that's how good it is. I did not notice, not to mention, I didn't notice any sort of lag, like input lag at all. I mean, like if it was there, it was
Really?
very, very, very minimal, very minimal,
Like unnoticeable.
unnoticeable. I would say slightly noticeable, but it didn't impact my ability to play whatsoever. Um, like it was quite good. Now, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, you're actually playing against Xbox players. You're playing against console players
Really?
because I noticed there was a Stadia icon. There's a Stadia icon on my name. You can kind of see it in the video on the bottom left. There's a Stadia icon on my name, and then everyone else's name had just like a regular controller icon, which suggested to me that I was the only person on Stadia.
Mhm.
And then yeah, I ended up getting the winner chicken dinner, man. It was actually quite impressive. I played I also played Destiny 2 on there. And I had played Destiny 2 using the Nvidia whatever Nvidia's grid thing is called. I don't even think they call it grid anymore. I think it's just called Nvidia game streaming. I've played this on Nvidia, and that did have very noticeable lag. This, not at all. Just it felt good. Felt great.
That is
Um
good to hear. That
there was
is really
another
good to hear.
there was another player in here called Fuck Stadia, which I found amusing. Um but yeah, it was like it's probably the best in terms of the ability to play the game well without any lag. And keep in mind, I was streaming this to Twitch at the same time I was streaming these games. Also, I'm on a Wi-Fi connection that's not the greatest on like the best of days. So it's just super impressive just how well it worked given the circumstances I put it under. Like
Yeah.
Stadia, huge thumbs up in terms of doing what it's supposed to do. Now, the problem is,
Here we go. Here
they
we
want you to
go.
pay the subscription. They want you to pay the subscription as well as buy the games, which
Ah, fuck that.
yeah, which I'm not down with. Like I'm not gonna do that. So it's $10 a month for the subscription, and then the games are still fucking $60. They do have a selection of free games that come with the subscription, but they're not, like Destiny's one of those games, and like Metro Last Light. Like there's not many AAA games in there. So I did play that Bomberman Battle Royale though.
Ooh, how was that?
Really, really fun actually. Um,
That is good.
I'm a fan of Bomberman. I'm a fan of Bomberman. So like when when I went into this, I didn't know what to expect, but they actually did like um there's like I think there's 16 maps or like there's 12 maps. And what they do like their version of like the wall coming in or shit like that is they'll lock down certain some of the maps so you have to like run to the next map before it closes. And yeah, it's like it gets super hectic and super uh it gets crazy real fast because when you run to a different map, it can be any amount of players there, you know. So
Yeah.
you can be like in some real cramped situations. And then when a bomb goes off, like the fire lingers for just like long enough that if you walk into it, you still die. Um, yeah, it's super fun. It's super fun. That's coming to that's Stadia exclusive right now, but it'll be coming to other platforms pretty soon. And then they also have a Pac-Man battle royale, um,
Really? I
which
didn't
is
hear
not
about
good.
that.
That one is not good. So
I played that Mario Battle Royale. It's pretty good. I was
yeah,
surprised how good it was. Way better than it has any right to be. I still suck at it because let's be honest here. NES Mario kind of handles like shit.
yeah. Well, they actually tweaked the they tweaked the physics on that. Like it doesn't act like original Mario 1 would act in a lot of situations.
They did, and I noticed that, but it's enough like Mario 1 to like throw
Yeah,
me off.
it's
And it's
close
my
enough.
fault. I know it's a me problem because I'm playing it expecting Mario 3 or like Super Mario World, and I shouldn't expect that.
Yeah.
And I know that's a me problem, but I can't get around it.
Um I played some other stuff. I don't have to talk about these super in depth, but I played a first person survival horror game called Maid of Sker. I've got a full
Maid of
playthrough.
Sker.
Yeah, Maid of Sker. There's a full
Is
playthrough of
that
that
like a
up on.
Medea game?
No. Hello.
It took you a second, but you got
Yeah, yeah.
it.
Uh, no, it is not a Medea game. It's set in like 19th century Britain. Uh, Someone told me it was based on a book, but no, there's a book of the same name that this has no relation to. That book is actually a children's book. This is not for children. Um, uh,
Okay.
but yeah, it's a first person survival horror game. Look, I don't like survival horror games like at all. That includes like Resident Evil and shit like that. But
I
this
mean,
one's
you're
not bad.
wrong, but continue.
This one's not bad. It's like it has like a stealth mechanic where none of the enemies can see you, but they can hear you. So you have to like cover your mouth so they don't hear you breathing, and they'll throw like toxic gases at you that'll make you cough, and they'll put shit on the ground that you can kick and bump into and make noise. It fucks with you in that way. But you know,
Jesus.
it's not fantastic, but it's okay. I think it's like
Yeah.
$15 on Steam. I got it back in August and decided to stream it like a couple days ago just because tis the season.
That's good. Would you recommend it like if someone is like a survival horror, first person survival horror fan?
Yeah, definitely. If you're a fan of those types of games, that it's really impressive. It's made in Unity, and you know
Oh,
Unity gets a bad rap because there's a lot of shit games that get made there
the
with
problem
it.
is that it's too easy to get a Unity license and like develop for it.
Yeah,
And a lot of like shit games like use
um,
Unity.
that game is extremely impressive. It looks gorgeous, man. Like it
Yeah.
looks amazing. I was
Yeah.
like, "What is this built in?" And then someone in the chat was like, "It's Unity," and I was like, "Really? Wow." It's always impressive when something good comes out of Unity because it doesn't happen a lot. Outer Wilds was made in Unity as well, one of the greatest games ever made. But um,
One day I'm gonna play Outer Wilds so I can see what the fuss is about, and we're gonna have like a huge podcast.
I would love that, man, because
Yeah.
it's okay. Look, I was saying earlier that we joke a lot about the games I play and the games that I recommend. I mean, look, I like Phantasy Star Online too. I like the game, but I know it's a fucking terrible game. Like, I always say that up front. Like, I like it. It's a bad game. I admit I like bad games sometimes. I like Sonic Adventure too, you know? I like the first one as well. But Outer Wilds is one of the greatest games of all time. Just point blank, man. It is my third favorite game of all time. Only because Ocarina of Time and Metal Gear Solid 3, strictly based on nostalgia. I just have to put it under those two, strictly based on nostalgia. But Outer
I
Wilds,
gotta disagree with Metal Gear Solid 3. I played that game recently, like 2, 3 years ago for the first time, and I think it still held up pretty well.
it holds up. It holds up. But I'm just saying those are my two favorite games just because they're nostalgic for me. Um, Outer Wilds is number 3, but it would be my number 1. Just it's like the impact it had on me. Nothing else has ever done that to me. In all my times playing video games, nothing's ever fucked me up the way that game's fucked me up. So, again, if you've not played that game, don't look up anything. Don't look it up. Don't read anything about it. Just fucking play it. You will understand. You will understand. Just trust me. So that's Outer Wilds hour out of the way.
I'll check it out, man. I'll check it out. It's been we've been talking it up. I'm like, I gotta at least like give it a shot.
I'm just saying,
if we
if
can
you
do a thing with it, that'd be cool too.
I would love to do a video on that game or just like talk about. There's so much shit I can talk about that game, dude. Like,
Yeah.
again, I've been watching. It's one of those games I said earlier. You can only experience that game once. There's a lot of games that you can like go back to and get the enjoyment from again, but the way Outer Wilds works, you can never experience that game the same way after you've played it. Like it's kind of sad, really. So I've been like watching other streamers play it just so I can get that feeling again that I had when I first played it, and just seeing people's faces light up. It's like, yeah, dude, I know, right? Like when people have that gasp moment where it's like, like I'm telling you, that's gonna happen to you in this fucking game, dude. I'm 29 years old, man, and like that giddiness that you get from like games, man, I don't fucking get that anymore, man. And when a game can deliver that to me, it's something special. It's something special. So, just Outer Wilds. If you have not played it, if you don't know anything about it, fucking just buy it. I'm telling you, just buy it. Just play it. You will understand what I'm saying. You will understand. Okay.
All right. That's the Outer Wilds hour. I'll definitely check it out. I will definitely check it out. And now that there's some incentive there, now that I know I have someone to talk to when I finish it. That's my big thing. I like talking about games as much as I like playing them. So
yeah, this is one you will want to talk about. This is one you will want to talk about. So,
all right, you know what? Let's check it out on Steam. What's it on Steam now?
I think it's like 25. Not Outer Worlds. Okay, New Jirai said Outer Worlds, not the Outer Worlds, not the fucking Obsidian game. It's unfortunate that they came out so close together and have almost the same name. They're not that game. Talking Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds. Okay? Not Outer Worlds. Do not make that mistake.
It's like $25. I'll check it out. I'll probably pick it up in the next couple days. Like in a day, like I know I have like all day to play it. I'll pick it up and play it. How long is it? How long will it take me to beat it?
About 20 hours.
20 hours? Okay. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
On average. But yes. Outer Wilds, phenomenal game. Favorite game all time. I'll just say that. I also played something less phenomenal.
Oh shit! What'd you play?
I loaded up that. We don't have to talk about this for long, but like I loaded up that Black Ops Cold War beta. It's not, it's Call of Duty. They have this new mode that's like a hybrid of a battle royale and like some other shit, like the King of the Hill or some shit. Like I don't know. It's called like bomb disposal or some shit like that. Like you're running around the map. You jump out of the plane, run around the map, and then like there's bombs. There's like nuclear tanks across the map. So you're like collecting nuclear fallout or some uranium. That's what uranium. You're collecting uranium, and there's like shelters across the map that you have to deposit the uranium into. And then
Yeah, because
other
that's what
team,
happened during the Cold War.
yeah, and then other teams are trying to blow those things up, and it's confusing. It's confusing as fuck because it throws you into this mode and doesn't explain what the fuck you're supposed to do. So like me and Hamtaro were playing, and we had no idea. And he was like, "Hey, we're doing pretty good," and I'm like, "How the fuck do you know? How could you tell? I have no idea. I have no idea what we're doing." But um, that's the map. That's a mode it suggests you play when you load the game up. And I was like, "Can I just get like a team deathmatch? I just want to play Call of Duty, not this fucking bastardization of it." And yeah, you can like, yeah. So that's my Call of Duty segment. I haven't played Call of Duty in a very long time, so I just wanted to get some Call of Duty action in just a little bit. Yeah. Other than that, it's Call of Duty. Like, you know what Call of Duty is? It's that. I don't know. There's people who are upset about like skill based matchmaking. Like, I guess people just don't like being matched with people with equal skill. They rather just trounce the other players, which I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't followed Call of Duty in so long. Like, I don't know what the new controversy is. I feel like every time there's a new Call of Duty, there's like some minor change that people just freak out about. Like when Black Ops 2 came out and they revamped all the weapons and people like sent death threats in to Infinity Ward.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you make my favorite gun reload 0.05 seconds slower? Like literally like percent, like points. Like we're talking about like fractions of a fraction of a percentage changes and people like threaten to kill employees. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm not, I just like a good shooter. Call of Duty, it does shooting good. The the battle royale stuff, I don't know. I don't know about it. But yeah, that's all I played mostly.
It looks it looks cool. Like again, if you're a Call of Duty fan, like nothing you probably already pre-ordered it. If you're a Call of Duty fan,
Yeah.
um, nothing we say is gonna change your mind one way or the other. Um, I've been playing the same shit, dude. I'm still playing Pokemon, surprisingly. Like I don't hate that game as much as I thought I was going to. But it pisses me off because the game still gives me ads for the fucking like the expansion. Like ever since I bought the game, I've been seeing all. I don't know if it's the game's fault, but ever since I bought it, I've been seeing ads like on Facebook, and I've been getting emails from Nintendo like, "Hey, I see you're playing Pokemon Sword. How about you buy the season pass real quick?" And that's been annoying.
Gross.
But yeah, it's super annoying. It's not in the game, thank God, but I've been getting all kinds of like messages like to tell me to like buy it. Actually, you know what? I lied. It is in the game. But I just remembered if you go into like the main menu, there's like a little thing telling you to go buy the expansion, and it takes you like right to the page to do it.
Even if you already bought it, I think Breath of the Wild did that as well when those when that season pass came out. It would like nag you in game like, "Hey, there's some DLC that you could get. Check out this fucking sword."
Yeah,
Um
that's basically it. And it's not like that annoying in game, so I deal with it, but I'm constantly getting emails and messages like to get the expansion. I'm like, no, I'll do it later. Leave me alone. I'm still playing Borderlands. That's still like really good. I'm surprised how much I'm still playing Borderlands 3. I've like logged in 50 hours with it. I started over with another character to give them a shot. And it's
what
it's really good, man. It's really, really good.
what characters did you use?
So I started with Amara,
Okay.
and I played through the whole game with Amara, and I liked Amara a lot. And I plan to just like play with her a little bit longer. I played True Vault Hunter mode with her. I ran some of the Halloween event with her too. And a buddy of mine who's like a huge fan of Borderlands, he's played Borderlands 3 like since it dropped. He tells me, he's like, hey, like Amara is like not the best character to play. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, Amara is like more of a Borderlands 2 style character. If you want to see what Borderlands 3 is all about, you got to play the other three characters because they're radically different than anything you've seen in Borderlands before. So that intrigued me. So I started over and played as Flack, the hunter robot with the pets,
Okay.
and it is pretty different. Like I picked him specifically because I know he's more of like a sniper character, so I picked him because Amara's more of a close range character, and it's drastically different with how much he plays. Like the other abilities are so much more different than what Amara can do, and I know like it's hard to explain. I know people are like, well, they're two characters. Yeah, they're different. No, but I mean, like from Borderlands 2 to 3, I've never seen a character that plays like him because he has different pets that have their own different action. And those pets can provide you bonuses and they have their own things they can do. So like there's a skag, it's like this weird like mutant dog that like throws up acid on people and gives you a boost to gun damage. There's a monkey that shoots people with a pistol. There's like this giant like armored ant thing that I think it boosts your speed and it runs people over. Like it's you have that on top of your special abilities. You can cloak yourself, throw racks at people, or mutate your pet. I'm like, holy shit! Like I'm
Shit,
almost
dude.
like overwhelmed by the
That sounds
options.
so
I'm
much
very
better
overwhelmed.
than I picked Mose, the mech girl, and I think she might be the worst one.
I've been told other things with Moe's. I've heard that Moe's and Amara are the simplest characters. But Flack and I forgot the other dude's name. Like they're a little bit trickier because Flack, you have two things to deal with: your pet and your skill. And with the other guy, the operator, you can actually like forego like grenades and get another action skill. So when you push the grenade button, you just use another action skill instead.
Huh. The thing about
So you can
Mose
roll.
is that her like skill tree is all like great. Her skill tree is crazy because she doesn't have anything that does just a thing. It's all like if you do this, it's all if this, then this by this degree, and you're like, okay, but what if I'm not like doing that specifically? She has a bunch of like specific shit that you have to
Yeah,
like equip. You got to equip to your mech, and then you get that bonus. And then the mech has like three different types of weapons that those bonuses count towards as well. So like you got missiles and what is it like a machine gun and a flamethrower,
yeah.
and each one of her shits like contributes to one of those things, but not like all of them, which is frustrating because I like using the flamethrower, and so she'll have a bonus that like if you're using an incendiary weapon, then this happens, and it's like okay, what if my weapon is not incendiary, but I throw like if you're doing poison damage, then this happens. Her shit looks like super specific, and I'm like, I'm not like,
A lot of characters. I haven't played Moe's yet, but a lot of characters do that. But they like, how can I word it? It's really tricky early on in the game because early on when you're playing through, you're kind of like you're always swapping out weapons, you're swapping out like equipment, you're constantly leveling up, so you're constantly
yeah,
getting more better gear. I could see that not being a problem later as you start to like optimize your gear better. You're going to start like picking your favorites and sticking with those for a very long time. Like it was the same problem with Amara, but with her skills, it's like, how can I word it? She has a lot of abilities that depend on like her action skill element. So you can change like her action skill, what elements you use, if it's like corrosive or fire. I think are the two main ones. And a lot of her skills, are like, oh, if you use your action skill element, you get this bonus. But this you get this type of bonus to any weapons that use that action skill element. Well, she has like abilities that let you punch and fire your gun with that element instead. So it's
hmm,
not as bad because you always have that on you.
yeah.
But it feels like with Mo's, like you need to have like that specific elemental weapon on hand, which is a pain in the ass. You can't guarantee that early in the game. Like that's something you can dedicate more to later once you've beaten it and you're optimizing your skills and you're starting to get like a set loadout you're working with. But early on in the game when you're constantly changing weapons, nah, that's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You know, do you have what do you have Borderlands 3 on? Do you have it on Epic?
PC. Well, Epic and Steam, they're like connected now. I think.
Oh shit!
Pretty
Well,
sh-
if they're connected, we should play.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll be busy today and tomorrow, but I'll hit you up. We should definitely play. I'm down to play. Maybe we can
Yeah.
start some fresh characters. You could try someone who's like more interesting.
I mean, I'm thinking I'll just stick it out with Moe's because I don't know. I'm not like the min max kind of guy. I was just noticing, man, a lot of these skills are not beneficial to me. But
Yeah,
like, I'm
and
still
that's the
getting
thing
it
that's
done.
hard with Borderlands. Is like it's really hard to like your characters kind of suck in the beginning, and they're not too different early on.
I don't even think I'm in the beginning still. Like I'm probably nearing the end. I think I don't know how long that game is, but I would imagine I'm close to the end.
We'll play. We'll play. We'll see where you are. I'll boost at the end, and we'll play True Vault Hunter mode. That's when the game really starts. That's when the game really starts being fun.
Oh, all right. Okay. Oh, okay.
But no, I've
Yeah.
been playing that a lot. Again, early I played Super Mario Battle Royale. That's a lot more fun than I was expecting. Like it's really, really fun. It's really intense. I've gotten close to the end. I've always finished like top five, top 10, but I've never hit number one yet. And I'm kind of frustrated. I'm gonna fucking freak out when I do though. It's so good. It's way better than it has any right to be.
You get a
I
chicken
think
dinner when
everyone
you
should
get
play it.
number one.
Well, when you get number one, you're like the last surviving Mario. So yeah, at least I hope so. But no, it's good. Like it's really good. It's free if you have Switch Online, so go check it out. And hurry up and play it 'cause it's only going to be free for a little bit
Yeah.
because I think like what is it? Like end of the year or something, they're going to take it down. They're going to
Yeah.
cut the servers.
March, I think it is next year.
That's so frustrating. You put the work in to like put it out there. Why not just keep it up?
Yeah.
Whatever. But no, that's good. That's what I've been playing, man. Pokemon, Borderlands, and Mario. Oh, and I did play. They just released the new Smash Brothers character, Steve from Minecraft. I just played him. And funny story, I didn't see this in the notes here, but so Steve from Minecraft, when you finish when you win a game, it's an animation of him like eating a piece of meat. But when he finishes eating, the meat's still in his hand, and he just has it next to him. And with the way the camera shifts, it looks like he's got his dick whipped out. And that was up for like a good, I want to say like a week until like Nintendo fixed it.
Wait, they actually went in and fixed it?
Yes, like there was one update they did, and it took out that. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Like there's one update they did, and they did it just to take out that like. Oh God, that's funny. That's so funny. Look at this. I'm gonna put it in the stream chat so everyone can see it. Look at this shit, dude. Like this is a thing. This was in an officially licensed Nintendo game. So like they had to go in and like fix it, and the newest update was just to like clean that up and take out that piece of meat.
Right. If you're listening to this on Spotify or the podcast, just know we're looking at a picture with Minecraft Steve with some meat in his hand. And is suspiciously placed where his where his dick would be. So
I
yeah.
don't know what like Minecraft porn looks like, but I'm sure like that's what the dicks look like.
Oh, Minecraft porn exists, my friend.
I'm
I've
not
uh
surprised.
I've seen some stuff.
I know, like that's a thing that happened. So, you know, that's hilarious that Nintendo had to like deal with that. But what surprised me is like no one like these characters aren't just released, you know, they're stress tested and play tested like crazy.
Yeah.
So nobody like caught that, you
Well,
know?
that's the kind of thing that you gotta like be. I don't know. You gotta be like. You gotta have kind of a certain kind of mind to see that.
But like how do you not notice that though? Like even if
And
you don't
when
have that kind of mindset, like I could have never played Minecraft in my life, but the fact that I have a penis tells me like, oh, that looks like a penis. Like I would have recognized it immediately.
yeah,
Like it's
that's pretty
it's
good.
hilarious. It's hilarious, dude. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Been looking at a. Unfortunately, I can't see Steve's dick anymore, so that's sad. That's a bummer. I know. Moving on to some gaming news. We have quite a bunch of shit to talk about. Mostly video game companies who just can't help but fuck things up for everybody
Yeah.
or say stupid shit. First things first, NBA 2K21 inserted unskippable ads into their fucking game 1 month after it launched. So if you're one of the like unlucky few, I say few, but that game sold like crazy, they always do,
Yeah.
to buy NBA 2K21, you were surprised to wake up a month later and see that the game for some reason has fucking ads. Unskippable ads that play in between games. Like that's frustrating as shit, dude. Like
Yeah.
why? Who did that?
So this news actually comes from Stiviver, I guess. They were the original ones who um put
Broke
this
the
news
story.
out. But okay, this actually is not new. They actually did this in last year's game as well.
They did
I
not, dude.
They didn't?
They did not. What? No, I'm saying
Oh,
like I can't, I don't believe it. Like they did not do that.
no, yeah, it's this is not new is like the thing. But
That sucks.
here the
Oh my
scummy thing
god.
here is that they threw him in uh a month later, like after all the reviews are out, after all the like everyone's reviewed this game. Now they're gonna throw the shitty stuff in. So
Yeah.
and what's worse is that like what's worse than not being able to skip it is that you can't even it forces you to watch it in the load screens even when the game is done loading. Like they even have they threw them in on the PC version as well, and even on SSDs where the game can load like super fast. It still forces you to sit through the ad.
That's frustrating as a motherfucker. Like I am mad. I am mad to hear that. And there's no defense for that. Like I understand like why they do it because they want to make more money. Like that's why. There's no defense for this.
Yeah.
Um I did see a statement from someone from EA. They said that they put it in to make it more realistic because when you watch sports at home, you watch ads with it.
Okay. No,
But
that was EA when
yeah,
they did it in their UFC game.
was it at UFC?
Yeah, EA
Okay.
EA did the same fucking thing, and they got called out for it in UFC 4, and they put out a statement that was like, well, ads are a part of the thing. It's more realistic because ads, uh, or they said something like that. I remember they said something like that, but
Well, my argument against that is, yeah, ads are a thing if you're watching the sport. If you're competing, though, you're not watching fucking ads.
Yeah, and I mean there are ads in the in the arena. Like there's arenas like there's ads on the sidelines. There's ads. There's advertisements realistically placed throughout the arena itself that you don't need to put them into a fucking loading screen.
Yeah, like that doesn't
Um,
make that's so immersion breaking for me.
like people
Like
used
I
to be
understand having
upset.
it in the arena, like that's fine, but don't fucking make me sit through a loading screen. That's ridiculous.
People used to be upset that EA put ads in like their racing games. Like the billboards would have like real ads in them, and they would like dynamically update based on like what was happening.
God, that
But
seems so quaint now, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, like that I would accept a little bit just because yeah, billboards, whatever the fuck. Like who cares? It's not intrusive to the game. But like this is fucked because you can't skip them, and they're forcing you to watch this thing. And still, when the game costs, remember I said this like a couple weeks ago. If I'm gonna pay $70 for a game, I don't want any fucking bullshit in it. Well, here you go, a $70 game with fucking bullshit in it.
yep. Just a quick caveat to that. It is $60 now, but it will be 70 when the PS5 and
Yeah, yeah,
Xbox Series X drop.
yeah. The next gen
They've already
versions will be
confirmed.
70.
Yeah, they already confirmed it's coming next gen day one, and it's gonna be $70.
Yeah,
God, can you imagine? Like, you fucking buy a PS5, you get NBA 2K21 because you make bad decisions, and then you fucking boot it up and you see that. It's just a fucking ad before you play a game. God damn it. I'd be so pissed, dude.
yeah. It sucks. So they came out and made a statement on Twitter. Um, that says, as many are aware, in recent years, ads have been integrated into 2K TV segments. Yesterday's 2K TV ad placement impacted our players' experience in a way we didn't intend, as these ads are not meant to run as part of the pre-game introduction. These will be fixed in future episodes. Thanks for your continued feedback. So here's the problem with this: is they're not apologizing because there's ads in the game. They're apologizing because one, they got caught. They tried to fucking pull one over on people and fucking got caught. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, they do.
Um, it said it impacted the player's experience in a way we didn't intend. No, they intended to have ads there. They just didn't intend for the fucking backlash that they got.
Yeah. Which you think at this point they would fucking stop doing this bullshit. They get called out every time they do it. Like, they don't get away with it. Like, why?
They're seeing what they can get away with, and then
Yeah.
they're gonna like dial it back. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Okay, went away. Um,
Is that what you sound like when you sneeze? You just
no, I was trying to scare it away, and it worked. So fuck you. Uh, they're okay, and they also say these will be fixed in future episodes. But they're not going to fix anything. What they're going to do is like they're going to like adjust it and kind of put it somewhere else and see what they can do with it while not getting rid of it. They're going to like adjust it.
Exactly.
So it's like it's fucked. Now I don't play these 2K games. I don't, but the people that do play them shouldn't have to like go through this bull fuck.
They should.
Every
And that's what's frustrating. Anyone who pays $60 for a game. Now, extract that. Anyone who buys a game, if you paid money to buy the game, you shouldn't be seeing ads. That's bullshit.
yeah,
And it's
cooking is
frustrating
fun.
as a motherfucker.
Cooking is fun is in the chat right now. You can get in the chat yourself if you go to gameoverse.com/twitch. And Cooking is Fun says they are conditioning for full blown ads in games now. Same what they did with loot boxes. Yeah, there was a time where loot boxes were like the same thing. But I don't know if you saw Genshin Impact is fucking breaking goddamn records, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
just fucking
Yeah, I did
tearing
see that.
shit up, man. IGN reviewed it, gave it a 10 out of 10. Game's a 10 out of 10. You know what they gave Outer Wilds? You know what? I'm not gonna even not gonna even go there. but they didn't fucking give Outer Wilds a 10. I'll give you that. And fucking Genshin Impact, 10 out of 10, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Uh, like, how, when has it become so acceptable for fucking loot boxes, man? It's like cooking is fun is right. Like, loot boxes are so like acceptable now. Not like in the intrusive way, but just they've just become like the norm. Like there's loot boxes in games now. Like fine, like people are, it's like normalized now. Um, this advertisements thing is gonna be the same way. Like they're gonna find out what's acceptable and just fine tune it to that like very specific degree, and that's just where we're gonna be for the rest of fucking games.
And it's such a bummer to see, dude, because like I don't want to see that in my games. But it's coming, it's happening.
Yeah.
I think like when Nintendo started doing DLC is like when I noticed like, oh, things are changing. Here we go for sure now.
Well, Nintendo's got season passes and the world's ending.
Yeah. It's such a bummer, but fucking EA, dude. I really don't want to see this become a normal thing. And that shit with Genshin Impact, like, this is why I fucking hate like number systems for reviews. Because a number system is so weird because games themselves are such like a specific experience to put a uniform number on everything like you that doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can think a game is fucking phenomenal. Like I think Doom Eternal, like the closest I could think of like to a 10 out of 10 game is probably like Doom Eternal for me. But I know like that's not gonna be for everybody. Not everyone's gonna say that. And to someone else, maybe like NBA 2K is like a 10 out of 10 for them. But I fucking hate sports games. So what does that do for me? You know what I mean? Like
I
it like numbered systems in games are just it's archaic, it's unnecessary. We should get rid of it.
I ran into someone who said that reviews should be subjective. We're kind of getting off on a tangent here, but I think this is worthy of discussion, I think, because
Yes,
they said reviews should be objective. They
I
should not
agree.
have any opinion. But okay, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing about that is you cannot write an objective review. It's like impossible. Like even like determining what should be in the review at all, like even determining what to talk about in the review is subjective. Like even like if I decided not to talk about how much the disc weighed, maybe someone would want to know about how much the disc weighed. Well, I don't think it's important, so I'm not putting it in my review. That's subjective right there. It's
Another argument you can argue, like graphics in games. Like a lot of people will tell you, like, I don't care what my game looks like as long as it plays well.
yeah,
But a lot of people will do want to know, like, what does the game look like? Is it a good looking game? Does it justify the fucking $1,000 I just dropped on my computer or the $500 I just dropped on a new console?
yeah,
You know, people want to know that, and that's why like subjective reviews. Like, I agree they should be subjective, but they're not gonna be. Like, that's the thing. Like there is a bias on what you do and don't talk about, how much that affects your gameplay. Like I think again for me graphics aren't a big deal, but to someone else it might be, you know, because a game looks like maybe a game doesn't look as good as another that could set the game back for some people.
yeah.
You know, I like turn-based RPGs. I know I'm in the minority, not everyone does. So Dragon
But
Quest XI is a great game for me, but there's some people who don't like that.
that's the beauty of
Like
it.
how do you rate that?
That's what you don't get from, that's why like people who want just the score, people just want the number and then that's it. I'm like, well, you're not really getting anything out of that. What you have to
Yeah.
do is like look at the content. um you got to look at the content of the review and see what the specifics are that they're talking about.
Yeah.
And then you have to know the background of the person who's reviewing it. Like, do they like RPGs? Like, do they hate RPGs? And are they reviewing this RPG with a favorable score? Because if they hate RPGs and they like this one, then that means a lot, right? Or if they hate if I hate survival horror games, but I like Maid of Sker, that says a lot about that
Or
game.
maybe it doesn't. Maybe like maybe you don't like RPGs and you play an RPG that's really light on RPG elements and you like it for that, but other people who are super into that stuff hate it. It can
Yeah.
go either way. Like I have a friend of mine who I'll give you an example, Mass Effect 1 to 2. Mass Effect 1 is an RPG with shooter elements. Mass Effect 2 is the opposite. So, like, someone will argue that a lot of people argue Mass Effect 2 is a better game, but as
Yeah.
someone who likes that RPG stuff, that number crunching, it's not. It's a step down. So
Yeah.
that's why it's important to like talk about like the subject of the game itself, like what you like about it, and to look at the game a different way, like what is the game trying to accomplish, what's the game trying to do, and then does it ultimately accomplish that? And that's why, like, whenever I talk about games, like I won't call a game bad. I'll say it's not my cup of tea. It's not my type of game, but it's important to understand there are some people who would like that,
Yeah.
and that's why numbers are bullshit. Fuck numbers.
Fuck numbers. There's like too many
Fuck
of them.
numbers. There's too goddamn many of them. They go on forever.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like
Yep.
fuck
Yep.
them.
Right. You have our
But
stance on numbers.
joking aside, like if I ever give a game a numbered review, that's because people expect it, but I don't like it.
Yeah. I think our on our site we do have a five scale with the decimals, so that makes it kind of like a 10 scale. Dude, I've seen 100 scale fucking number review systems, and I'm like, how the fuck? What differentiates a fucking 97 from a 96? Like,
Exactly.
what's the fine line here between what additional information am I getting from that? But anyway, numbers suck.
Numbers
Um,
suck. Fuck numbers. Fuck numbers. Fuck EA. Fuck IGN. And fuck ads in video games. um, we went off a little tangent there, but that's cool. It did warrant discussion. I'm glad we had this conversation.
yeah.
Um, but you know what didn't need that? Well, a conversation did need to happen. Alex Hutchinson, the creative director for Stadia, suggests that streamers should pay developers for licenses to stream their games.
This dumb fuck right here, dude. This is the stupidest fucking take I've ever seen. Um Now look, he's right. He's right. One thing he said is right. He says the real truth is the streamers should be paying the developers and publishers of the games they stream. They should be buying a license like any real business and paying for the content they use. Actually, he said some stuff before this, but it's not let me see if I can find that. Oh god, hold on. He said some stuff before this. Basically what he said was the developer can like flip the switch at any moment and um decide to be taking all the revenue from whatever the fuck. He's right about that. Like they can take whatever, like they can just decide to not allow the shit.
Yeah,
He's right about that, but they're never gonna fucking do that. They will never do that because that's the fucking stupid thing to do. That's not. There's a relationship here between the
like
streamers
streamers and the
and
developers.
yeah, that, and it's an unspoken relationship where it's, hey, we know that when you stream our game, there's gonna be like potentially millions of new eyes on it that have never known about it before. I mean, fucking, have you ever heard of Among Us? I mean, this game exploded because of streamers. I mean, they
Yep.
canceled their second game because of how well the first game is doing now.
Yeah.
Two
And
years
another
after the
another more
fact.
recent one, Phasmophobia is another one.
Yeah,
Like that game,
Phasmophobia.
I only heard about it because of streamers, and it's doing very well. And we bought it. I fucking bought it because so I could stream it with you. Like
Yeah,
that's $20 out of my pocket the developer got because of streaming. Like there's like you said, there's a relationship here going on with that. Even companies like Nintendo who were like super against it when streaming hit the scene completely retracted their opinion on it now because they notice how valuable it is. And to
also,
say some shit like that is fucking dumb and archaic And I'm gonna flat out say that's the most boomer shit I've ever fucking heard.
Now, I will give him credit. A lot of developers do feel this way. Like he's not alone in this. Um, he's just unfortunately the one that voiced his opinion about it. But a lot of developers do feel the same way he does. They're wrong, but
Yeah.
there are a lot that who don't understand the connection. That, I mean, even fucking like, okay, first of all, it's not the developer, it's the publisher, right? The publisher are the
Yeah.
ones that, even if there's any like licenses being sold, the publishers are the ones who are going to benefit, not the developers. Developers are not
Yeah.
going to see a single fucking cent of any of that deal. Like they will get none
Yeah.
of
My
that.
bad. My
The
bad. I
Well, it's
misspoke.
not even your bad. It's what he's saying, the developers, but it's not the developers though. Like the publishers make those deals. The after People don't realize the developer publisher relationship. Like after the game is made, publishers only pay the developers to make the game. Once the game is made and done, that's all the money they get. Now, usually, or not usually, sometimes they get royalty agreements. So sometimes they'll get royalties based on the amount sold on the game, but that's not. It's not. It's like a case by case basis. They can't rely on that usually. So it's always like a standout moment when a publisher says, "Hey, no, we're giving you the royalties for these." I know Epic does that.
I think
It's
CD Projekt Red does that too with its developers.
yeah, yeah. So the royalties can be very beneficial, but they can't. It's not something they can rely on. So it's the
Yeah.
publishers are going to be the ones that make out like bandits on this. And dude, fuck the publishers, dude. The publishers don't give a fuck about, like, they just want to make that money, man. Like they don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about anything else. Um. So like that's like a moot point. The other thing is, unfortunately, I learned what the word ratio means on Twitter, uh, which is fucking crazy.
The word
Uh,
ratio?
yeah, ratio. Uh, here's the rest of his tweet. He said streamers worried about getting their content pulled because they use music they didn't pay for should be more worried by the fact that they're streaming games they didn't pay for as well. It's all gone as soon as publishers decide to enforce it. That's where he's right. It's all gone as soon as publishers decide to enforce it, but they will never do that.
Yep.
And yet ratio means how many comments you have versus how many likes you have. uh, which I had no idea was a thing until fucking Boogie2988 was like, "Ooh, I ratio you here." And anyway, it's some Twitter shit. I don't use Twitter.
I know what the word ratio means, but I didn't know it like had a different context on Twitter.
Yeah,
But no, we're right. Like he he's not wrong in the sense that publishers can decide, you know what, I want you to start paying me to stream my game. Like
yeah.
that's not
And we've
wrong.
seen
That
it.
is
We've
not
seen
wrong.
it before. We've seen it happen before with remember when Persona 4 came out, or Persona 5 came out, and they didn't allow people to use the streaming on the PlayStation.
Yep, it was like that for the first like month.
Yeah. Like there's other examples of that as well, but
Well, Pokemon for years didn't want people streaming their shit.
yeah,
Like they took that shit down as soon as they saw it, man. Like,
yeah.
and they
Actually,
had that
Nintendo as a
whole they had
whole,
that Nintendo ambassador program for a while. Remember that?
yeah, Nintendo as a whole was pretty shitty about it, but they've been better with it now, I think.
They're a lot better with it now. They've completely rescinded like their opinion on it.
Yeah, but yeah,
Um,
that's the only thing that this guy is right about, is that the publisher can decide to do it, and yeah, that he's right about that, but they will not do that.
yeah, they will not do that, and
Um,
they would be shooting themselves in the foot to do that. Like they make so much money. Like this is basically another like it's free advertising.
yeah,
Like I know a lot of people are like, oh, paying it exposure, but no, like this is legit. This is legit making these people money. Like the numbers are there that these people are making money for. Gaming is so much bigger and has overcome like movies as America's favorite form of entertainment because of streaming.
I think it's movies and music industry combined. The gamer is bigger than.
Yeah, and a big part of it is because of streaming. Like people can like watch other people play games. That makes them want to play it. It starts a whole community around it. Like that's what does it. That's a huge part of why.
Um,
And to ignore that is ridiculous. It's bad business, and it's so bad that even like some spokespeople from Google were like, "Yo, we don't agree with him. Like he speaks for himself, not for us."
yeah, especially since fucking Stadia has a feature that allows you to stream everything straight to YouTube. It even integrates that people can jump into your game from YouTube, and you can buy the game from YouTube when you see someone streaming it. Like they've integrated it with streamers.
Yeah.
uh, it's just insane to have this take when the fucking company that you're directing, he's the creative director for Stadia, fucking is integrated with streaming. Uh, Cooking is fun says in the chat, don't they pay streamers to stream games? Yes, they do. They also do that. Um, like big streamers like PewDiePie and shit like that, they'll often get paid to stream a game or talk about a game.
When was it? Battlefield 1, I think, came out. They paid a bunch of streamers to have like a competition, not just streamers, but they had Snoop Dogg fucking come in and
Yeah,
play, and what's his fucking name from High School Musical came in and played too. Like getting people to watch people play your game is, if you can get people to do that, like you're gonna be making some money, and all these publishers know that.
yeah.
Like it's a bad business practice to go against it.
So yeah, I don't know what rock he's been living under, but yeah. And then he like caps it off with this fucking like after he says all this, he goes, "Well, anyway, I'm gonna go play some." Here it is. Anyway, gonna hop online and stream some Fall Guys. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Like, Fall Guys is another game that has been skyrocketed due to streaming, and you're calling out like the very fucking thing that, like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It makes no sense.
No, not at all. Well, fuck him. He's wrong. We know he's wrong.
um, yeah, it's a bad take, dude. It's a super bad take.
It's a dumb opinion. I'll be honest. It's a dumb fucking opinion.
Yeah.
He had a dumb opinion, got called out for it. So fuck him. So add him to the list. Fuck Numbers, fuck IGN, and fuck Alex Hutchinson. And EA. Fuck EA too. In some quickie news, Kojima Productions have confirmed they are working on a new project.
Yeah.
So to all of you who liked Death Stranding,
I like Death Stranding. Death Stranding is not a bad game, dude. Actually, I was talking to someone else about it. Which this is a take that I didn't actually get myself. He said the most impressive thing about Death Stranding is that it is completely fucking original. Like most things that exist in entertainment are based on another thing in entertainment. Like you can say, oh, it's like Tolkien-esque, or it's like H.R. Geiger inspired, or shit like that. But you can't say that about Death Stranding. Every fucking piece of that game's lore is entirely original. It is not a thing. You cannot compare it to another thing. It is not anything else. And when he said that, I was like, dude, you're right, dude. Like they crafted this entire world where they had to think about how the people live, how's the economy, they had to think about all this shit and put it together in this cohesive thing for a one-off experience. And I think that's extremely impressive. I don't know. Despite how good the game is, like I'm not sitting here I'm gonna tell you it's like a great game.
Yeah, everyone's got a different opinion on it. I still haven't played it. I actually talked to my dad recently. He played it. He said it was dog shit, but he also doesn't like Metal Gear Solid.
Oh wow, so
So,
he's just wrong.
but I've it's on my list, dude, because it's an experience that I want to experience.
Yeah,
Like that's my thing. Like I see it and I'm like, it's just so weird and different.
that's the thing.
Like
It's an
this might this might get this jaded, cynical heart to start beating again. I think is why I want to play it so bad.
yeah, it's an unforgettable experience. Like most games that are even good, like great games, you forget about them like a year or two down the line. I will never forget this game, dude. I mean, fucking, he has a canteen that turns water into Monster Energy. Like, it's it's that levels of fucking unforgettable, man. Like, I will never forget that shit. Um,
A lot of people talk shit about the Monster Energy like product placement, but Kojima's been doing that like forever, man.
yeah,
Like, was it Metal Gear Solid 3 that had like your rations were like actual like calorie mate rations, like an actual brand of
yeah,
like food stuff?
yeah. Metal Solid 4 had a literal iPod in it.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's not new.
but yeah, it's not a new thing. I'll definitely check it out, and it looks like Kojima Productions working on a new project. This news comes from their Twitter that you have pulled up, thank God. Just saying that they're working on a new project. Come join our team in Tokyo. I don't know what it is.
It could
I don't
be
know what the
anything,
project
dude.
is, what movie stars are going to be in it, but
I'm
we'll see.
excited. I'm the biggest
Yeah,
Kojima fan on the planet, so
yeah, I'm interested too, man. I want to see what the game's going to be, what movie stars are going to be in it this time, and what music Kojima's going to put into it.
yeah, all the above.
I'll have to wait and see. But I'm excited. I'm watching on with excitement. I really, really want to see what that dude puts together. Anytime that dude works on something, it's worth checking out.
Yeah.
And it's news that surprised no one. Croteam has been officially acquired by Devolver Digital, the same team that made Serious Sam. Um, I'm honestly surprised it took this long.
Yeah, you would have thought that it was like an unspoken that they were already under Devolver, but no, it's official now.
Yeah, it's official now. They went from Nintendo and Rare to Microsoft and Rare. Like they are officially owned by them now. There is a ring on that finger. Which I mean, like, that's not going to change anything, right? Like, already Devolver Digital has been publishing all these, all the Serious Sam games. They worked on that. They helped publish that remaster of the Serious Sam games too, and all those Serious Sam spinoffs and Serious Sam 4. Like, it's not, it's not a surprise that this finally happened.
Yeah.
Good for them. I like Devolver Digital, man. I like Croteam. Even I like Serious Sam. Even if the new one was left a lot to be desired, I still like Devolver Digital. I still like Croteam. So this will be cool to see. Honestly, it's not going to change anything, but it's cool that it's on paper now. It's official.
Yeah. Does Devolver actually, I'll look this up. Does Devolver develop any games? Or are they
I
just a
think they're just
publisher?
publishers, right? Because the first time I heard Devolver's name was with the Hotline Miami.
Yeah.
That was the first time I heard their name, but I think like they published it and another team developed it.
It'd be interesting to know because now they have a develop now they own a development studio. So I wonder what that's what does that mean for like Devolver as a whole? Are you gonna start like is Croteam gonna start developing games under I mean it'll still be Croteam I imagine, but yeah.
They are publishers. The developers for So their big break was Hotline Miami. That was their first like big breakout title, and that was developed by Donation Games, but it was published by Devolver. So they've strictly been publishing.
Yeah.
So this is actually some pretty big news. I didn't think of that. Now that they actually own a developer, I think this is the only developer that they own. this will be interesting to see now, like what games we get coming out. Because I
Yeah.
mean, previously Croteam was just the Serious Sam guys,
Yeah.
which they still are, but maybe now that Devolver's like bankrolling them and owns them, like we'll see maybe some different stuff come out of Croteam. I don't know.
Do they own Flying Wild Hog?
I
Uh,
don't believe so. Let me
the
check. The same team that does God damn it. I know what game you're talking about.
Shadow Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do not own.
They
So
are, yeah, Flying Wild Hog is a privately owned company.
interesting. So yeah,
You know, if they put together if they if they bought now that they brought out Crow Team, if they buy out Flying Wild Hog next, they can be like a budget id Software.
yeah,
Which would be cool to see, man. Like, let's be honest here, Shadow Warrior 3 looks fucking excellent. Like I forget like that's an independently developed game. God damn it. I just want Shadow Warrior 3 so bad. But I want a Serious Sam 4 too, and look how that turned out. So
yeah, yeah.
maybe
But
I
I
should
don't
be
know.
more cynical.
We'll see. We'll see. Because they're
Yeah.
talented people there. I'm sure they'll come up with something.
Yeah, we'll see. Next in news, we got Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege coming to Xbox Game Pass on console and Android. No news on PC, so that's shitty. But that's another big game coming out. Another reason to have Game Pass. Like, if all of you out there listening who don't have Game Pass, why? What's wrong with you? Just get it. It's so inexpensive. You get so many games with it. Like, god damn it. Like, why aren't you doing it already?
I think the big thing here is that it's coming to Android. Like that's
Yeah.
big for Rainbow Six. Um, that's yeah, that's pretty huge. I think once you make your break into mobile, it's the one thing that like Apex Legends is missing. Uh, is that like that's when like fault wait, what the fuck is that game called? Fortnite. Um,
Got
that's when
big.
Fortnite really popped off, is when it hit like
Yeah.
iPhone and Android.
Yeah, you're not wrong. This is cool to see, and it's with Game Pass too. So if you're already paying for that subscription, you have to pay extra to play this game on Android.
Yeah.
So I'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see what this does, not just for Rainbow Six, but for Game Pass too. You know, having a big profile game like that on Android, that's definitely gonna help Game Pass's stock a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'll have to wait and see what happens with that, man. But it's cool. Anytime, any fucking time, Game Pass announces some new shit, I get excited. I had this buddy. Side note, I had this buddy who made something on Facebook. He was like, "Hey, now that Fallout 76 is on sale, I think I'm gonna pick it up. And anybody want to watch me stream it?" And I flat out told him, like, "Why are you buying it? It's on Game Pass." Like, I'm that guy now.
Yeah. 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 And I
Yeah,
think
it's
Rainbow Six actually hit. I think this is already out on Game Pass now. It says October 22nd. So
oh, so there it is. So if you guys have Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, you got Rainbow Six Siege to play. Good for you. Go play it. Or if you don't care about Rainbow Six, play like the other like hundreds of games that are on Game Pass.
yeah,
We're not paid
Outer
by
Wilds
Microsoft
is
at
on
all for
there.
this, by the way. We just really like the service.
Outer Wilds is on there actually. Only on console
Outer
though.
Wilds?
It's only on
Ah,
console.
fuck.
It
Okay.
sucks, but yeah.
You got me all excited. I was like, oh, I can
You might
go.
be able to play it. I don't know if it's on like XCloud, but if it's on there, you could maybe do it.
I'll look into it because if I can save myself the money, I'll try it.
Yeah.
What else we got? Apex Legends launches on Steam November 4th. So that's gonna be really cool to see because Apex Legends has been pretty popular since it came out. And it's got that console space pretty much dominated. And for PC, it's only been on EA, right? Or is it
Yeah.
Epic?
No, just EA, and yeah, I think that's been the biggest barrier for people is one, it didn't have cross platform. It's cross platform now, so PC and console can play together. Now with it coming to Steam, people who hate the fucking EA launcher can get into it, and with it being cross-platform, just a huge new audience. Just much more players coming in, and then yeah, like I said, the only other thing they need to do is come to mobile, and they can do some real damage.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be really cool to see.
I much prefer Apex over Fortnite. Just because you only shoot and you don't have to build anything. I don't like the building stuff in Fortnite. Um, but yeah, Apex is a lot more fun to me.
Yeah, you're telling me that. It's I have it on EA, but I've never played it. But I don't think I'm really gonna be into it, dude. I'm not a huge fan of battle royale games anyway. So that's not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
But it is cool to see it coming to Steam because now all those people who haven't had a chance to play it yet have a chance to go try it out. So that'll be really cool to see. Um, yeah, so there you go, guys. November 4th, go check it out on Steam if that's your launcher of choice, which I think is the case for most people playing on PC. I
yeah.
think everyone who games on PC at least has Steam. Whether they use it as their default or not, they at least have Steam downloaded.
What do you think the second is? I would say Battle.net.
I would say BattleNet 2 is second. I want GOG to be second, but I know it's not.
Yeah, they're actually allowing you to buy once you've connected other stores through GOG, you can buy from those stores without like having like you can buy stuff from Steam without having Steam installed, which is cool.
That is really cool. That is really cool. I'll have to check it out. Another news I was not expecting. Travis Scott joined PlayStation as a strategic creative partner.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
Um
fucking Travis Scott, dude, who would have seen that coming?
you
Well, he
know
had
what it
that shit with
means.
he had that shit with McDonald's too, didn't he? Or am I thinking of someone else?
No, that was him. It's just a they're just trying to like use him as a thing. Like it's marketing.
Yeah.
But it's smart marketing because Travis Scott is popping right now. So
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm a
he is really
fan.
popular, and I've never listened to his stuff. But what about you? You a Travis Scott fan?
Oh yeah, his stuff is magnificent, man. He's
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you look at him and you're like, oh, he's just one of those like trap rap like dime a dozen. But no. His stuff is incredibly unique. He creates a soundscape. It's the best way to put it. It's just super atmospheric. Um, yeah, I love his sound. I love it. Um, like, yeah, it's his stuff is phenomenal.
I'll check him out. I'll check him out. You got any albums I should check out first, or any specific tracks I should look
Uh,
into first?
Rodeo is a good album. Probably my
Yeah.
favorite from him. A lot of people like Astro World, but I think Rodeo's better still. But yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Rodeo. I think Rodeo was his like 2017, 2016 now, maybe earlier than that. But yeah, but the only reason they're bringing him on PlayStation is because he's hot right now. I mean, like Kanye West has a little meme here that says, "Remember what Lady? They brought in Lady Gaga on like iPhone or Polaroid it was,
Oh, I
and
do remember that.
and Kanye West was like,
A celebrity. So basically what's going to happen is there's product here. And this is where you end up right here. If you can communicate this product, you can make money off the product. Because look at Gaga. She's the creative director of Polaroid. I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras?
Oh, that's great. Why is there a Kanye meme for everything? That's
So
God, that is great.
that's
That
basically
is fantastic.
replace Gaga with Travis Scott, and that's exactly what you're talking. They even gave him a title, strategic creative part. What is it? Fuck. Strategic
Strategic
creative.
creative
Yeah,
director.
yeah. So that's all this is.
Yeah, it's just a marketing thing.
But
Yeah,
I
so
like
those
Travis
of you who are
Scott.
excited to see a Travis Scott video game, maybe don't hold your breath.
Yeah, yeah,
That is cool. That is cool to see, though. Anytime I see celebrities get involved with video games, I get excited, even if it's like a marketing thing like this. Like I remember, weird memory, but when Gears of War 3 came out, Ice-T was set to do a voice for like one of the characters in the game, and Game Informer actually got an interview with him. And this was like, Gears of War 3, it came out like what, 2009, 2010? So video games weren't like as accepted as they are now. Like video games is like a niche, like nerd thing. So to hear Ice-T talk about like, oh no, I love video games. Like I played well, when I got out of prison to keep myself out of trouble, so I played nothing but like Resident Evil and Tomb Raider for like a year straight. I kind of feel like it legitimizes my hobby a little bit. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's a
Which
lot
you
of
haven't found
celebrities
that
that like
interview. It's
games.
super interesting. It's a really good interview if you haven't found it. Check it out. But this is more of like a celebrity endorsement deal, and less so about him getting involved with the process.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine he'll do something around like music and music videos and shit like that.
Yeah.
So always fun.
Yeah, I'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what projects he gets out with it. I mean, if it's something musical related, I'm sure most of his fans will like flock to it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're a huge fan of him. If he like release like a music video or like a new EP to like partner up with Sony or something,
I
that'd make
consume
you all excited.
everything he puts out. I consume. His music is phenomenal. So,
I'll check him out. I'll check him out for sure after this podcast.
he's great. Rodeo.
Yeah, Rodeo. I'll look up Rodeo. I have Apple Music, so I'll look it up after for the show. We also got some news that Black Ops Cold War Zombies mode is exclusive to PlayStation for a year.
Yeah. This
Which
is
I don't want
posted
to
in
be
the
a dick, but are we
Discord by
surprised to hear
Hintaro.
this?
They've done this before. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember, but the last Zombies mode was also PlayStation exclusive for a
Not
year.
just that, but for the last like couple years, like maps and stuff have been exclusive to PlayStation for a while. Even all the way back on like Black Ops, what was it, Black Ops 2, I think, that Nuketown 2020 map was exclusive to PlayStation for the first like couple weeks. Like PlayStation exclusivity with Call of Duty isn't like a new thing.
Yeah.
This is just like a bigger mode, so people are actually paying attention. How's the feedback on this? I assume it's not great. I assume like COD fans on everything but PlayStation are fucking freaking out.
Yeah. Well, they weren't happy last time it happened, so I
Yeah.
imagine let's look at the comments on this video here. Look at
Here we
let's
go.
look at the ratio. Now it's got a pretty good ratio. You know. Okay, well, you know what? It doesn't say that it's exclusive on the video, so they probably don't even know.
Ah.
Yeah,
There we
here's a
go.
comment.
There's the caveat there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just gonna sip my water. That's how I drink water. It annoys people.
Yeah, I don't know. They did this with the last one, and people were not happy. My thing is, the zombie mode fucking sucks anyway. Like it's not as good as it used to be. I mean, the first time they did it was like lightning in a bottle because no one expected it, and it was just hilarious because what was it, World at War, and they had Nazi zombies. Like it was hilarious, and it was just this thing of just how you beat the game and it just throws you into the mode. You're like, oh shit, what's happening? Nazi zombies, and then like it was great. I think the joke doesn't work anymore, but you know,
Well, that's
that's
why they
just
just
me.
call it zombies now. The Nazi stuff's been done with
Yeah,
forever.
yeah. But even then, it's just not. I think what they should be doing, what they should be fucking doing, is the goddamn Spec Ops mode from Modern Warfare 2. That should be in every goddamn one. I don't know why they don't fucking do that anymore. Who gives a fuck about zombies?
Yeah, are zombies like still cool? I mean, the only zombie thing out now is The Walking Dead, and like that's ending.
Zombies
Like
were never
zombies aren't
cool.
cool anymore.
They were never cool. So I
Ah,
thought,
that's really
I
funny.
thought dinosaurs would be the thing, but like
I
after
would flip shit for some new dinosaur games, dude.
like after
Are you
Horizon
kidding
Zero
me?
Dawn, I'm like, oh, okay, dinosaurs gonna be a new thing now, but not so much.
I would fucking shit my pants with joy if dinosaurs became a thing again. Remember when Jurassic Park came out? Fucking everything had dinosaurs in it.
Yeah,
We got Dino Crisis. We had a Primal Rage. Dinosaur fucking fighting game. Like fucking bring back dinosaurs, dude. That's what people should do. If EA wants to beat out Activision, they need to put a fucking dinosaur mode in Battlefield. I'm calling it right now.
that would be awesome.
Battlefield. Yeah, Battlefield needs a dinosaur mode. They would fucking eat Activision's lunch if they fucking put a dinosaur mode in their shit. I want a dinosaur game now.
They
If
won't
anyone
do
has
it
any
because
recommendations for good dinosaur games, like put it in the Discord.
there are none.
'Cause I want.
There
The
are
only games I
dinosaur
think of are like
games.
Dino Crisis,
There are
and like
plenty of
that's it.
dinosaur games. None of them are good.
Dino Crisis is good.
Uh, okay.
I guess we'll agree to disagree on that. Ah, man. I want more dinosaur shit. The world needs more dinosaur stuff. Dinosaurs are cool. I don't care how old you get, man. Dinosaurs are cool as shit.
Dinosaurs are cool.
Dinosaurs are cool. Moving on, we got videos and trailers. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice got a Game of the Year edition trailer,
Yeah.
which, I mean, are we surprised this happened? Like, Sekiro was a big deal when it came out. I am surprised that it's a PS4 trailer, though. There's no announcement yet for PS5, but let's be honest, man, it's coming. Like, a game like Sekiro would be silly for it not to come out on PlayStation 5.
Yeah. And I've
Like,
not
it's
grabbed this game
definitely
yet,
happening.
so this will be me getting into this game finally.
Oh
Game of the
yeah?
Year edition. So they're adding stuff to this. If I open this up, it says all players will receive a free update that includes new boss challenge modes, player recordings, and unlockable skins available globally on October 28th.
Oh, there you go.
So it is a free update, but I imagine they'll put out like a thing on Steam that'll include some like a discount and some bonuses. So
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. It looks cool. This might get me to play Sekiro too, because people tell me it's a lot like Bloodborne, but it actually runs really well. And like Bloodborne, which have you have mentioned that you like Bloodborne because it lets you quote get up in that ass end
yep,
quote.
yep,
And it looks like Sekiro lets me do the same thing.
yeah. But Sekiro is the one thing I hear about it is you got to play the way they want you to play. It does not allow for any creativity in terms of how you approach combat scenarios. So I think that is a thing that turned people off. But I had some friends that were talking about some of the boss fights, and one of them sound particularly insane. So
Oh yeah.
now that I know about it, it's like a spoiler when you know about it. But
Let's hear it.
well, again, it's a spoiler when you know about it.
Oh well, never
So
mind then.
uh, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to get into it.
Yeah. Good shit. I want to check it out too. Um, Next in the notes, I say in the notes, in the news, Freudian slip there. We have Yakuza Like a Dragon just got a next generation of Yakuza trailer, which is like kind of a joke because I mean, just watch the trailer here. It's showing off like the Xbox Series X,
Yeah.
but it kind of doesn't take itself seriously. Like it says blazing fast speeds, and it literally shows like a go-kart going really fast. It says immersive role playing. You see a bunch of guys acting like a baby. Next gen crustacean AI. Like this is a joke.
It's great though.
Yeah, it is so good.
Because it gives you like a tone of like, no, this is the kind of game we're making. So like it's crazy that this is Xbox exclusive for like, I forgot how long they said, but crazy Xbox is getting the Yakuza game where this has been like a strictly PlayStation series forever.
Yeah, it has. And a big part of it is because it was too Japanese to really be an Xbox game. Like Xbox didn't really embrace excuse me, the hiccups. It didn't really embrace non-American games.
Yeah.
I never. So I played Yakuza Kiwami, and it was good. I never finished it, but it was really good. That's as far as like my experience with the Yakuza games go. They sound right up my alley. I want to play them. But what's really cool with this new one is that it's a turn-based RPG, right?
Yeah.
So like that's cool. And it's a fucking crazy looking one too. So like I'm into it. God damn it, I want to play it now. Next on the news, and this we already know my opinion on this, man. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate got announced a while ago. We finally got a trailer for Rambo. God damn it. I'm so sick. When are they going to be done updating this fucking game? Like I thought I got the complete edition when I bought like the Aftermath version, which came with the game and the Aftermath expansion. But obviously they're not if they're like, oh, here's like an Ultimate Edition. That's 3 fucking box versions of this game that have come out in the last year. There's the Mortal Kombat 11, Mortal Kombat Aftermath, and now Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. 3 box editions of this game. God damn it, fuck you. Rambo looks cool, I guess. There we go. I talked about Rambo.
He reminds me
Rambo
like,
looks cool. He's got a weird like rushdown system that encourages getting close, but he also like lays down traps, but they're not traps that are meant to be triggered. Like it looks like he throws people and like there's a trap that they fall into. So that just adds more to like he's kind of a tactical like rushdown character, which I've never seen before. That'll be cool to see. I'm not gonna play it though because I refuse to give NetherRealm any more money.
well, I'll probably play it since I have not given them any money yet.
It pisses me off, dude. Like when are they gonna be done with this game? When are they gonna be done with this game?
It's all about
Stop.
services, man. It's all about just dragging it out, making people continue paying for the thing they already have.
When they released Aftermath, I was like, okay, that's like the Ultimate Edition. Like that's the last edition of the game I need to buy. So that's why I bought it. I got it on sale for like $30. I was like, cool, I made out pretty good. I got the game, all the DLC, or so I thought. And like a month later, like no, a little over a month and a half later, I bought this shit like when did I buy this? Like in August? Yeah, I think August when I was talking about Mortal Kombat, and then this gets announced. Like, fuck you. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. We also have Doom Eternal got their first trailer for the Ancient Gods Part 1, which is part 1 of the new expansion pass for Doom Eternal. I have not picked this up yet. I bought Pokemon instead, and I'm kind of regretting it because it looks really good. I mean, it's no secret that I like Doom Eternal. Like Doom Eternal is probably my game of the year. I really, really, really fucking like Doom Eternal. That is not a secret. And this looks freaking weird. Like there's that bit where there's like he was like in the middle of a water and there's like a shark Like, what's up
Yeah.
with that? Do you fight sharks in this game? I'm down. I'll fuck a shark up. I don't care. And like the platforming like looks really, really cool. If you have that weird like spirit dog thing that the Marauder had. Like I'm into this, dude. Like I really, really like Doom Eternal, and this is just more Doom Eternal, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I still
I
need to
could
finish
not.
Doom.
You should. It's so good. The last boss is really good. It took me a while to beat him because I wasn't using the right loadout. But once like I changed my weapons and I realized like what the game wanted me to do, I was able to beat him pretty easily. But it's so much fun. It's so good. I love Doom Eternal. The top comment in this trailer is it's like they took every single stereotype of what 90s parents were afraid of video games were, crank that dial up to 11 and turn that itself into a game. Dot, dot, dot. And it's amazing. And they're not wrong. Doom Eternal is amazing. Like, if you haven't played it yet, fucking go out and play it. I love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
It's on Game
It's
Pass.
good. It is on Game Pass, so there you go. I bought it on Steam a while ago when it came out. I don't regret it. That is, I'm totally okay with spending $60 on that game. Next in the news, we have a first for Fire Emblem fans. Mystery announcement trailer. Spoiler alert. The announcement trailer is for the first Fire Emblem game. Not remaster, it's the original like NES. Was it NES or
Yeah, yeah.
what was it called over there? Famicom?
Well, yeah, it would be Famicom, but yeah.
It's the original Famicom Fire Emblem localized for the first time for US audiences.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like, and they acknowledge that, you know, the first time like US Nintendo fans got a glimpse of like Marth was from Smash Brothers. And at the time Fire Emblem was a Japan only franchise. So
And
it's cool to see it coming to the US, but I got some beef with it, and I'll go over it right now because you said you had something to say.
oh, I was going to say that they are doing some stuff to this. Like it is fully localized
Yeah.
for English for Americans. It's they're adding a rewind feature, so like if you take a turn, this is what I hate about these like RTS games or like turn-based strategy games is that sometimes you take a turn and you like fuck something up and it was like, oh shit, I didn't want to do that. You can undo your turn, and you can undo like a multiple amount of turns as well. They're letting you do here and kind of just like take the optimal path. And they also let you fast forward through the enemy turns as well, so you can only like you can get through the boring parts and then just take your turns, which is really cool.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's dropping December 4th. It's gonna have a special limited collector's physical edition for all those you want to pick it up. The beef I have with it though. We have Nintendo Switch Online to play these like classic games. I get this isn't an old game technically. This is a new version of that game. But come on, Nintendo, just put it up on Switch Online. Like I'm already paying yearly for it. You like just put this on there. Like that'd be a cool treat. Can you imagine? Like
You're
if you
asking
have
Nintendo to do something logical.
it's just they have this service, they're trying to build value in it. Even Disney was like, hey, here's the first time Soul comes out, anyone gets to see Soul, we're putting on Disney Plus. Like do something similar, man. Like it kind of bums me out that like Nintendo's not trying to do that. Like they're already struggling to like justify this service to a lot of people. Like nobody bought that service to play online. Like who bought Switch Online to play online? Like I bought it almost exclusively for like the classic NES, SNES games. Like this would be a really cool thing to add into it, but they're just not doing it.
I mean, they don't even have like a Star Fox 2 on there.
I know. And it's like they have the game. They put it out with the SNES Mini back in the day. Like there's no reason they can't just put that
That's
up
still
for
the only way to play it.
yeah.
Unless you,
Like,
you
there's
know.
no, legal piracy, but we're not condoning that.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
Yeah, we're a reputable business here. We don't condone illegal piracy. And I definitely can't tell people you can download an SNES ROM from EMU Paradise and download the same Star Fox 2 ROM to play it. Definitely don't do that.
EMU Paradise still up? I thought Nintendo took that down.
Huh?
Nintendo took it down.
They took it down?
Yeah,
Did they really?
that site is no longer. Well, I think it's still
Oh
up.
no!
I think it might still be up, but you can't like get anything from it anymore.
Oh no! I'm so sad now.
Yeah, they took it down and they didn't replace it with their own like alternative. That's the problem I have with Nintendo is that they took this stuff down, but people expected them to replace it with something better, and they did not do that. Uh, which is the worst part of it all.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it was the same thing with when AM2R came out. Like, a lot of when they took that down, they had their own like Metroid 2 remake. I don't think it was as good as AM2R, but it was still good.
Yeah.
And now like we don't have anything.
There's
Fuck
ways
you
to get
guys.
this stuff. Just go to archive.org.
Yeah.
You can get everything you've ever wanted legally. I
Um.
think. I think archive.org is like sponsored by the government to preserve like history. So they just have everything on there.
Next in news. I forgot this game came out. Dreams is having a Halloween event
Yeah, that game came out
called.
this year.
Yeah, I forgot this game came out. Um, it's a new Dreams event called All Hallows Dreams, which is cool, man. Like Dreams is such a cool idea.
Yeah.
It's Dreams is such a cool idea. I'm a little upset it's not doing better than it is. Like, I've been told a
It's
lot of people forgot this game came out too.
it's such a niche thing. Uh
But you think with like the Minecraft generation, people making their own stuff, like this would be doing gangbusters, man. But I
yeah,
guess not.
but with Minecraft there's an actual game there. With this there
Uh,
is not.
yeah, I mean, I guess all of it is just like, well, there is a game here too. There's like a campaign you can play through, like Little Big Planet, but whatever. It's a cool little event. One comment that's here that's really funny is you literally have a title called Dreams and a Halloween event, and you don't call it Nightmare. And I'm like, yeah, All Hallows Dreams like sounds like it's a mouthful, but Nightmare and Dreams would have been so much better.
Yeah.
Someone needs to hire this random YouTube comment to do all their marketing. It looks cool, man. I mean, if you already have Dreams, there you go. That's something for you to check out. I haven't picked it up yet, but I heard it's not that expensive. It's like $40, right? It's not a full $60 game.
Yeah. I think I have this for being in the beta, I think.
Is it good? Do you like it? 'Cause I've been meaning to check it out, but I've been hearing mixed opinions on it.
Well, I tell you, I haven't played it since I haven't played it since that either, so
Oh shit.
but
Well,
no,
give it a stream.
it's
See if
like
it's
it's
good.
fine though. Like it's not
Yeah.
it's
I'll
fine.
definitely check it out. I'll definitely check it out. We also got a trailer for Darkest Dungeons 2.
Yeah.
A Glimmer of Hope is what the trailer is called. Those of you who haven't played Dungeons, it's like a roguelike turn-based RPG where you, spoiler alert, you explore a dark dungeon. But it's a lot more than that though, because the characters you have a sanity system, and those characters can have really fucked up effects depending on what happens to them.
Yeah.
I've been told it's really cool. Like it's definitely a really interesting game. The randomization of it I heard is really cool. It's like a lot of different things can happen. The character designs are really neat. I love the gothic horror aesthetic all the characters have. Um, Darkest Dungeon's a game I wish I'd gotten into. And now the sequel's coming out, I might go back and play the first one because that game sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've tried to play it. I don't have the patience. Like,
Yeah, like most roguelikes, like if you're not patient, you're not gonna get really far in it.
it's
That's
just a shitload of status effects and this character's scared of spiders and shit like that. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then like someone hits you and you're like bleeding and uh this character is claustrophobic and shit like that. I'm like, okay, I can't. Too
oh
much.
yeah, it's a great idea to take someone's claustrophobic underground.
Yeah. But I like the idea. I like the concept. Just not for me. But yeah,
Yeah,
cool. That second game.
yeah, cool
I
trailer.
didn't know that was coming. So
Yeah, it's cool to see. I might go back and play the first one now that I see it's happening.
yeah.
We also have a new game coming out, new trailer, Evil Genius 2. New gameplay, fresh features, and old friends. I've
Um,
never heard of this game before. What is this
don't
game?
know anything about it. It's like a management sim. People seem to love it. I don't know anything about it, but
It looks like Dungeon Keeper, but like with like a spot like a 70s spy movie aesthetic.
yeah, yeah. Basically, I guess. Um,
Like it looks interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, you're basically like a supervillain running a cover operation. Like it looks cool. It looks cool. I can see myself getting into this. Not for a long
Um,
time, mind you, because I don't have the patience to play sim games. Just they're not my cup of tea.
yeah. I don't choose these trailers based on like what I'm into. I choose them because like strictly based on the amount of views it has or likes it has. So people likes it a lot. So
It looks cool. Looks interesting. That got its trailer up, man. If that's got you all hot and bothered, check out the developers.
I
Check out the
think it's
developers
Rebellion.
and
It's the
yeah,
Sniper Elite
Rebellion's the
guys.
developers. The Sniper Elite guys did it. So check them out. If that's your cup of tea, go check it out, man. Um, Next in trailers, Visage got a release date trailer, which I actually did some research on this. I forgot this game got announced. This game got announced like forever ago,
Yeah.
and I forgot it existed until this trailer came up. Those of you who don't know, Visage was supposed to be like a first-person survival horror game, but then that fell into some shit and it never came out. This trailer finally tells us that we got a release date, we got some shit we got some shit coming out. It'll be cool to see, man. It's cool that it's finally happening. I like stories like this where you think a game's dead and then boom, here's an announcement trailer. Like it's really cool to see.
So it's a survival horror game.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be, right? That's what it was when I heard about it.
Yeah.
Let me look it up, make sure it still is.
What you're saying is that I'm not gonna like this game.
So here's where it's different though. This game was supposed to be the spiritual successor to PT,
Oh,
which you did like,
I did like that.
and you liked Layers of Fear, which is doing the same thing.
I do like Layers of Fear. The thing about Layers of Fear was like you thought that something was gonna come out and get you, but it never does. And that's like it drives you crazy because you're like, oh, I'm gonna get attacked here, and you go through that entire fucking game just dreading something coming out and attacking you, and it never does.
Well, this might be doing the same thing then. I don't know too much about it. I remember like hearing it get announced and hearing like, oh, we want to make PT, and then it just kind of faded out. And it's good to see it coming back, man. Good for them. Again, I like hearing stories like this where you think something's dead and it Suddenly there's an announcement trailer that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That'll be cool to see. What did they say the release date was? Halloween.
Halloween.
So there we go, October 30th, 2020. So there you go, guys. Visage is coming out. Go check it out. Or not. You know, it's up to you. I'm not your mom. I can't make you buy games. Now, this is a game that you've actually like played when you played during
Yeah.
that demo derby.
Yeah. Supermarket Shriek. This game is completely over the top. It's you and a goat inside a shopping cart, and the way you move is you scream. So you hit the left trigger to scream right, and you hit the left trigger to scream left, and you hit them both together, and you just go straight. And what they do is they set up like obstacle courses in these shopping malls that you have to get through by using those mechanics, screaming left and right. And it's insane. I don't know how they came up with this, what drugs they were on, but it's super fun. It's a lot of fun.
What's weird to me is that the game, the title on the trailer says a chaotic couch co-op adventure. How does the couch co-op work? Does each person control a different
Yeah,
side?
yeah, yeah. Basically,
So like if you and I played this, like I would be controlling like either the left or right and you would control the other.
yeah.
That sounds insane. I'm into it.
But I think you can also do like two. You can do like two carts as well, separate.
Okay. That game looks just balls to the wall silly, and I'm okay with that. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
This is out now, actually.
It is out now. Well, there you go, man. There's something to look into. Oh, this is something we talked about previously, but we got a new showcase trailer, the Fallout 4 New Vegas gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
This looks astounding, dude. Like it looks like New Vegas, but in Fallout 4, which is exactly what they were trying to do.
I'm
Now, keep
excited
in
for
mind,
this.
yeah, I'm excited for it too, dude. Like I played Fallout 4 a bit. I never finished it, but I liked it a lot. But I couldn't get past it because the game's really janky.
Yeah.
Like it's the jankiest Fallout game I think that's ever come to light. It's really janky, really glitchy. It definitely needs some more polish, but I guess that's the main complaint of it is that it didn't get enough time in the oven. So hopefully, you know, with this fan game, you know, we get some fixes for that. One thing that's really interesting though is that a lot of like assets for Fallout New Vegas were exclusive to New Vegas. Like
Bethesda doesn't allow so all these recreations like Oblivion and Skyrim and all these things. Bethesda doesn't allow them to use the assets from the original game, so they have to completely rebuild everything from scratch.
Yeah, which is really impressive because New Vegas had a ton of original assets, like original weapon models. Those lizard things that are running at them, those are exclusive to New Vegas. They haven't been in a Fallout game before or after.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see this is coming together. I'm definitely excited. I'm gonna check it out once that drops. We haven't gotten a release for it yet, have we?
No, I don't think so.
Well, it'll be really cool to see once it drops. I want to check it out. I can't wait.
Oh,
Moving on.
the new Joe Rogan Experience has Kanye West on.
Oof, that's that'll be really interesting because Kanye West is kind of a fucking nut, and
Yeah.
I don't like hearing him talk, but it is fun to listen to him talk. Moving on to some game releases. This is a game I talked about, I think, a couple weeks ago, and it's finally coming out. We have Cobra Kai. The Karate Kid saga continues. It's the it is the video game based on the Cobra Kai series, which in itself is a sequel to the Karate Kid movie from the 80s. And if you haven't seen the trailer yet, the game looks like dog shit.
It looks bad.
It looks so bad, dude. It looks really floaty and slippery. Graphically, it's really ugly. There's a reason the trailer shows off more of the show than the actual like game. And it's because it looks shitty. Real talk though, Cobra Kai is a good show. If you haven't seen it yet, it's surprisingly good. It's way better than it has any right to be. That show surprised me with how much I liked it. That game looks like it's gonna be dog shit though. I can see it. That game is not gonna surprise anyone. You're getting exactly what you expect with that game.
Told from two sides though. You get both sides of the story.
You do that in the show anyway, so who cares? That's how the show is. Everyone's a main character in that show. What else we got? Ghost Runner. Here's a good game. Ghost Runner is coming October 27th.
Yeah.
Which, Sabi, have you played that demo yet?
I played it.
And what do you think?
In our demo derby. You can watch that at gameoverse.com/YouTube. It's good.
It's good
you know,
shit,
I'm not
right? Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of like the first person parkour stuff. But it does some interesting stuff with it. Also, like you only get like one shot, at least in like Mirror's Edge. You get like a lot more. There's a lot more leeway to the damage you take. But this is a speed running game right here. Like this is for speed runners. It looks gorgeous. It's got ray tracing support. It's got DLSS. So if you're on that 20 series, it looks great. And yeah, I don't know. I thought I expected a little more out of it. I'm not gonna lie. But it's good though. It's good.
It was a good proof of concept for me. That's why I liked it.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm yawning. It was a really good proof of concept, at least in my opinion. That's why I really liked it. I really can't wait to like see the full game. And now that it's coming out, I might just bite the bullet and pick it up. I really liked what I played in that demo. Actually, I'll probably wait for the reviews. Hopefully, if the game introduces more than what the demo had,
yeah,
I think I'll pick it up. Because the demo legit felt like a proof of concept like type of game. Like I didn't feel like, which is supposed to be, it's a demo. It's supposed to demonstrate the game, which it definitely did. But I want to see what a full experience looks like. So I'll wait till the some of the trailers come out.
Yeah, but you know, maybe get Outer Wilds before you get this.
There you go. I am definitely gonna get Outer Wilds.
If you buy anything before Outer Wilds, I'm gonna shoot you.
All right, now what we have next: Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel 4. I was not aware the Legends of Heroes games are still going.
Well, this is the American release of the one that came out in Japan a while ago. So they're still going.
They're still going and strong too. People like these games a lot.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean,
is it like Final Fantasy where it's like it's a different like story every time, or is this like a continuous like?
I think it's continuous. I think it's continuous.
Dude, these are like long RPGs, aren't they?
Yeah, but
like what is so important that you have 4 games to tell the story?
From what I understand, it's very story heavy. The story is what you're here for. It's very, very story heavy. That's all I know about it.
All right, well, I'll have to check it out then. There's so many games though. Like I'll check that out later when I have time.
Yeah.
Sorry, when I have the time to drop on 4 fucking consecutive Japanese role-playing games. I'll check it out. Up next, I forgot this was coming out. It's another one I forgot existed. Oddworld, New and Tasty.
Yeah.
It was the Oddworld remake that came out. What was it, back in 2017, 2015? Oh, 2014. I was fucking way off. Yeah, it came out back in 2014 on PS4 and PlayStation 3, and it's finally coming out on the Switch October 27th.
Um,
Which it is a remake of the first Oddworld game,
yeah.
which I've never played. I've heard Oddworld's good, but I never played. The only game I played was Stranger's Wrath, and that one was pretty cool. I played that on my Vita.
Does nobody remember when Reggie Fils or Lauren Lanning said that Reggie Fils-Aimé killed Iwata?
What are you talking about?
He he fucking he said this during he was sitting with he was doing an interview with Kind of Funny Games, and they were talking about his history with Nintendo, and he was like, no, I don't trust them, man, ever since Reggie killed Iwata. And fucking I watched these straight fucking face, these three white guys just sit there and listen to him say this and not react at all. And I'm like, and I put this in the comments. I'm like, did nobody hear him say that he thinks Reggie killed Iwata? Did no one hear that, or am I just? And I got no response to that comment. I got nothing, dude. And he continues to. I'm like, am I just the only one that like heard this? I'm gonna find it.
Yes, please. I want to know what the hell you're talking about.
Keep going.
That is insane. What? What?
Just keep going.
I've never heard this before.
He said Reggie killed Iwata, and then like they didn't react. And they're sitting at a table with this guy, and just knowing they all just shake their yeah. And I'm like, dude, what did you fucking call him out on that?
What the fuck, dude? Okay. Fuck it, I'm all fucking distracted. We have another game coming out October 29th. Pacer is coming out on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Pacer, originally called Formula Fusion, is a futuristic racing game. It's coming out PS4 and Xbox One October 29th, my bad. It was supposed to come out on the 17th, but it got delayed. The game was kickstarted actually back in like 2015, and that's where it got its big break. It's barely coming out now, 5 years later. I've never played it. I've never seen anything on this before. Actually, I think I remember seeing the Kickstarter demo, or the Kickstarter trailer, but I don't think I've actually seen the game. It looks really interesting though. It kind of reminds me of
like Wipeout.
A bit like Wipeout, but also a bit of
F-Zero.
damn it. F-Zero, yeah. A lot of F-Zero.
What was that Switch game that came out? Fast Racing Turbo?
Something like that.
Neo Ultra
That was like
Remix?
the F-Zero like spiritual successor.
Yeah.
This Pacer game looks pretty interesting though. Like I'm not a big racing game fan, but games like this crazy, like I might get into it, dude.
Looks pretty dope. Doesn't look as fast as any of those games though. Like getting a real sense of speed from this one.
Maybe this is the trailer.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. What else we got? Watch Dogs Legion is also coming out October 29th. I forgot that game existed, if I'm being totally honest. Like, that game got announced, and, like, that's it. I don't remember hearing anything after that. Oh, is that the weird, like, video you were talking about? You put in the stream chat?
Yeah. No, that's not the weird video. That's the one where he says fucking Reggie kills Iwata. No, it's an entire interview, so I got to find the timestamp for it. But
That's
he
fine.
says it in
Look
there.
for it. When you find it, put it up, dude. I want to hear this.
Yeah.
We also have the new Dark Pictures anthology game, Little Hope, coming out on PC, PS4, and Xbox One October 30th. That was, if you guys remember, Until Dawn and Man of Medan,
Yeah.
same developers, same continuity. Well, not continuity. It's an anthology series. I never played Man of Medan. I did play Until Dawn, and I loved Until Dawn. I really, really liked Until Dawn. I heard Man of Medan wasn't quite as good though.
Yeah. It actually had like there was like a multiplayer thing where each player can choose the actions of each character. I didn't get to try it, but it sounds interesting. It was all right. I enjoyed it. It's a
Yeah.
little. It's a lot shorter than Until Dawn, which I kind of like because you just sit down, get your experience in one sitting, and then move on. So this is coming out at just the right time too. I mean, it's a perfect time for this.
Yeah, dude. October 30th,
Yeah,
Halloween. Perfect
yeah.
time to be dropping that game. We also have Mad Rat Dead, which does not have a trailer that you linked here, so I don't know what that is.
Well, it didn't have anything, dude. So uh,
What is this game?
let's find
Mad
out.
Rat Dead. Yes, let's find out. This is, those of you who don't know, we do this live. So if we sound kind of unorganized and a little improvisational, there's a reason for that, because we are.
Apparently, it's Japanese. The thing says you've got one day to live and a big score to settle, and Mad Rat dead.
What makes you say it's Japanese?
Um,
That
there's a
concept can transcend all cultures.
well, not because of that, because there was a Japanese like demo,
Ah, I was being a
and just look
jackass.
at it.
Oh, it's Japanese as fuck. I mean, I think that rat's doing pretty good, dude. Look at that. He's surrounded by cheese.
Yeah, it's a rhythm game.
What is it, a rhythm game? A
What the
rhythm,
fuck?
like, platformer?
Okay, I'm gonna be checking this out.
Oh, wow. I am into this.
Wait, let me get some audio here.
Music sounds like
Interesting.
Little Big Planet.
It reminds me of Necro Dancer, where it was like just the way that like heartbeat is displayed.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Did not expect. This is not what I expected.
That's not what I expected either, but I'm glad we're getting it.
Get a little further into this, see if there's like.
Yeah. Oh, that is cool, dude.
Wow. Okay. So that's Mad Rat Dead. See, you gotta like publishers. You gotta like put your shit out there, man. Because there's no info for this. No, this is not getting pushed at all.
How did you hear this game was coming out? There's like no info for it.
It's coming out. Well, as it says in the doc, I checked Wikipedia. Wikipedia has it listed, but there's no page for it.
That's really cool.
All right, well, that's Mad. They gave him another chance and he fucked up again. That's Mad Rat Dead. I might check that out. That's only on Switch though, so and PS4. Okay, it's on PS4 as well. So yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
I'm into it, dude. I am definitely into it. We also have Umihara Kawase Fresh coming out on PS4. Those of you who don't know, I actually know a little bit about this game.
Yeah.
Umihara Kawase is a like a platformer game that came out like the 1990s in Japan, like the Super Nintendo. It's a really weird game where you use like a fishing pole to platform, and you like catch random fish that are like running around in the world. It's really weird. It's weird as shit. But that's the big gimmick of the game, is using the fishing pole like swing around everywhere. And you did that in the Super Nintendo game too. And this is like a remake of that game.
Yeah.
In fact, if any of you guys have played, have heard of Blade Strangers by Nicalis, it's a fighting game that Nicalis Software made. That girl is actually in it as a playable character. It's actually pretty interesting. I've heard some good things about the original. This remake looks pretty good. It came out last year on the Switch, so it's getting its PS4 release this year. It looks interesting. It looks like a really weird, different platformer that I do not have the time or money to drop on it now, but I would definitely be into it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones of these out as well. I know there's like a version on Steam that's been out for a very long time. I actually have that one
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, these aren't a new game. This one's not a new game. It came out last year. But it still looks cool. Like it still
Yeah.
looks interesting. Still looks like it. If it tickles your fancy, it's coming out October 30th on PS4. And if you just can't wait, you can't help yourself, you got to get on some of that Umehara Kawase action. It's out on Switch now, so go check it out. And if you don't have a Switch, tough titty. I guess you're waiting. Um, last but not least, Pikmin 3 Deluxe is coming out October 30th. Which that's an interesting one because I mean that game just kind of got announced recently, right? It just got announced a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's kind of what Nintendo does. They make their announcements like real close to the actual release.
Which is really cool to see, man. Good on them. So you're not waiting like you're not getting an announcement and you're waiting like a fucking 2-3 years to see the game come out. That's really cool to see. That's coming October 30th. Do you know if there's anything new in Pikmin 3 Deluxe that wasn't in Pikmin 3 on the Wii U?
I
Or
don't
is it
know
just the same game
anything
ported
about
over?
Pikmin 3.
Huh?
I don't know shit about Pikmin 3, so
Yeah, me neither. I mean, it's coming out on Switch, so if you absolutely have to have that Pikmin 3, check it out on Switch. It's coming October 30th. And that is it for the show this week, man. That is all of our notes.
wait.
Pretty short week, but I think we got everything that we talked about, I think warranted quite a bit of discussion.
Yeah, there's always, even on pretty light weeks, there's still always one thing that we can pop off about. So
Yeah, that
I'm
was
glad
fun.
that I'm glad we had some stuff to pop off about. Gameoverse.com/Twitch, Gameoverse.com/YouTube, Gameoverse.com/Discord, Gameoverse.com/Extra Life. We're doing Extra Life 2020 this year. Once again, marathoning for the children. We're gonna do that on Monday, November 9th. And I'm gonna stream for at least 24 hours. Maybe I'll do 48 hours. Who knows? At least 24 though. I'm just gonna stream. And if you're interested in joining our team, you can go to Gameoverse.com/join Extra Life. Join our team. Support your local hospital. Because I will be supporting the Children's Hospital of Colorado, which I've been to. They actually have a great VR program for the kids. I
That's
offered
nice.
to donate my VR rig to them, and just to help out a little bit. So we'll be doing that November 9th, starting at noon Eastern time. I will be going 24 hours. Hoping maybe we can get some multiplayer community games going. If you guys help me get some, because it's hard to do in 24 hours just by yourself, but I
Yeah.
can do it. I've done it before. So
I'll be working that day, but when I get off, I'm not working Tuesday, so I can hop on, share some moral support. Maybe we
Yeah.
can play Borderlands a little bit for a couple hours there. That'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
So yeah, that's
It'll be
gonna
fun.
do it. Cue the outro music. So again, people, Gameoverse.com. Get everything from there. Everything is there now. So latest videos up there. We checked out Maid of Sker. Got a full playthrough. Played through that in one sitting. It's about 5 hours long. The podcast is up there. You can comment on the podcast. You can leave us an email at gameoverse.com/podcast. There's a little button there you can hit to send us an email, send us your hate mail, send us your love letters, send us your chain mails, whatever you got, send it to us. Ask some ridiculous questions. We'll answer them live on air.
Yeah, whatever you got to say, man. You know, you like my opinion, you hate my opinion, you think my voice is annoying, I should kill myself, whatever.
Anything. We'll read it and we'll feel bad about it, and then we'll clown you on the air.
Yeah, we'll probably make fun of you a little bit on the show.
Yeah, we'll definitely make fun of you, but don't worry about it. All in good fun. So yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.